My name is Grace Deveney. I'm Associate Curator, Prospect New Orleans, and the Guest Curator for OVAC's Art 365. When I curate, I like to explore questions related to how artists use materials to think through lived experience, and also the ways that artists think through questions around the language we use to describe the world and how that informs their artistic practice and how they can think about reshaping and remaking the world based on the language and structures we use. After reviewing hundreds of wonderful portfolios, I was really struck by the 5 projects that are part of Art 365 because the artists were thinking through the ways that the materials they use to make art connect to their lived experience and their experience of Oklahoma, and how the structures that we live in can be shifted and changed through artistic expression. I was thrilled about Ginny Bear's proposal for Silver Valley, which is a set of landscape paintings that is an ongoing part of her practice. For Art 365, she intended to create a series of new paintings that use landscape to explore interiority and subjective experience. And over the course of the year, those paintings totally transformed based on 2020 and Ginny's experiences of the year. Crystal Zine Campbell created High, High, High Highway, which extends her interest in the Greenwood neighborhood of Tulsa. But unlike a lot of her work, which has been looking at the Tulsa Race Massacre, this project looks at the Highway Act and the ways that I-244 has carved this path in ways that have displaced many of the neighborhood's Black residents. And Crystal has used a kind of experimental approach that brings together sound and op art to think through highways and to disrupt our experience of this kind of everyday space. Naima Lowe has created a project called A Token is a Stand-in for Something of Value that uses sound, sculpture, and light to reflect on the year she's had and the ways that she's shifted her work and artistic practice in face of the constraints of earning a living during this really complicated year.
94. Began accounting for the minutes and days between now and whatever is supposed to happen next. 93. Began losing track of time.
Photographer Maria Martinez has created a project called Pain, which is a series of landscape photographs, portraiture, and other kinds of unexpected shots that are focused on the Mexican-American community of Payne County. So this was a personal project looking at her community, but also kind of getting a look into how people got together, celebrated, and commiserated over this very difficult year we've had. Marwan Begay and Maggie Boyette have put together a project called Body Acknowledgement, Body is Land, that is a series of prints and a performance and a sound work that are thinking through being multiply situated between an urban identity and an indigenous one. The project has consisted of a year-long collaboration in which Marwan and Maggie have developed both a body-based set of movements, a score, and a print that will be printed live in the gallery as Maggie dances on it. I've benefited so much from this experience as a curator. I've learned so much from the artists that I've been working with, not just about Oklahoma, but about their individual practices and how they use materials to express really important worldviews that I might not have otherwise been exposed to.